I'd like to call on the subconscious, please.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Subconnie. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. How are you doing today?
Fantastic myself, thank you. It's a fantastic party all around.
It really is. We're just very happy today.
Fantastic. We have some more questions for you.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so we're very curious to find out about watermarks on ballots. Tell us about those.
Yes. Yes, the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. Disclosure is coming out. Watermark. Q drop. One of the Q drops was always watch the water. And that was referring to the watermarks on the ballots. So watermarks on the ballots, although the Democrat Party had no idea about this, only because it is invisible to the naked eye unless it's unless you put it under a certain light, then you can see the watermark. So the Democrats were not aware of this, which they kind of fell right into the trap of the Republicans and the white hats. This has been in operation for years. It's not new. Everything is leading to this. So this is how the white hats are going to be able to show the world that the Democrats have they have been fraudulent in the ballots. And there are many arrests on the way. It's just working out perfectly. It is working out perfectly. Everything is going to plan. There is a little bit of unrest, people thinking Biden will win. This is not the case. We laugh because it's just so obviously being orchestrated. It's just, it's like you guys really are watching a movie. So, and it's funny, which we think, well, we were hoping this would wake so many people up. But people are just holding on to the thought that Biden is winning, and it's just, we're making it painfully obvious. But yes, the watermark is on the new, the ballots, and they are the legal ones and they are the proper ones, and the fraudulent ones do not have that watermark. So very easy to tell which ones are fraudulent and which ones aren't.
Okay, were the Democrats allowed to know the design of the ballots? Is this was this allowed to be hidden from them, or how can they get away with that?
The Democrats were using the design on the ballots that have been used in previous elections for years and years and years. So they were aware that there was a new quantum financial system coming in, although they were not aware that it was going to be on the ballots. They thought that it was going to be on your cell phones. They thought that you were going to be able to vote by cell phone. So they had no idea. This is why they were earlier on in the year. This is why they have been telling everyone to get their mail-in ballots done. So there was a cut-off date for mail-in ballots, and they were trying to get all of them in prior. So they weren't aware of the full plan. They were aware that there was some sort of new system coming in, but they had no idea that it was going to be on the ballots.
I see. And so only the ones with the watermarks will be allowed to be counted. Is that correct?
Correct, only the ones. And there's going to be special lights. They will be recounted, and there will be special lights that will be able to show the proper ones. Correct.
Amazing. And so how did this not get leaked out to everyone beforehand?
Misinformation is necessary, and we are. If this is good and leaked out, some of the Republican Party also didn't know about it, because the white hats have a 100% indication on who's a black hat and who's a white hat, also especially in the Republican Party. So there's only a very small team that knew this operation. Military, it was a military operation. So the more people that knew about it, the more likely it was to be leaked to the wrong people.
Subconscious, did you like my pun leaked out about the watermarks?
We are just realizing this now, and we find it very funny.
I think it's hilarious. Okay, fantastic. So when is this information about the so hang when is this information going to be released out to the public that there is watermarks? And also, there was a second part to it, I've forgotten. Damn. I would answer that for me first, please.
The information has already been leaked out. It's been leaked out by the Q team, which is why you're seeing it over social media at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's already been leaked out. So that is just the starting. This is the starting of the disclosure. So in the next few days, you'll see it. The Supreme Court needs to happen for optics, and you'll start to see everything coming out, yeah, very, very soon.
Okay. And so how many fake ballots have been printed out?
Millions.
God. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And how will the people who are addicted to mainstream media, how will they feel about this watermark information?
There will be some that will choose to deny that this could even be true because Trump derangement syndrome is a true thing. They won't want to believe it because it really triggers their ego. So they won't believe it at first, but then as more information comes out, emergency broadcast, emergency broadcast, emergency broadcast. Sorry, that just got blurted out, but that is happening very soon. The emergency broadcast will be activated. So yeah, they will deny it at first, but the evidence is too clear for them to deny it in the end, and they'll actually feel kind of stupid for denying it with all this evidence. So at the start, they will really, really not take it well and still try to deny it. But as the days go on, they'll come to realize that they've been told lies for as long as they can remember.
Okay, thank you. And in terms of the people who are responsible for creating these fraudulent ballots, and I mean, is there going to be arrests? Tell me about how this is all going to unfold from there on.
Yes, there will be arrests. Many indictments are coming, many treasonous, seditious arrests. That's actually already in motion. The ones that did all this have actually already been taken into custody, or the ones that are left, the minions, we'll say. The minions that haven't been executed, they're still sort of thinking that they're going to bring in the New World Order. They were viciously fighting, but they've all been taken into custody, and they will be in the military tribunals, and we forgot what we were saying. There's so much information coming in right now.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Just about my question was the arrests, but is there more that you want to tell us about this?
Yeah, so the arrests have already been made. The confessions will be made in the broadcast. The evidence will be made in the broadcast. The military will be going on the screen. This will go around the mainstream media. This will be made clear in the broadcast. So they have already been arrested, prosecuted, and the next step is just disclosure to the public.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. So intriguing, really, really, really intriguing. Thank you. Will there be like a civil war, or what will be the big reaction? Is there anything that we need to be aware of?
There will be riots, but most people are locked down, so it won't affect them as much. However, Antifa are going to try their best to cause a lot of civil unrest, but that will get shut down by the National Guard super quick in the coming days. So there's nothing to really worry about. Things are going to get shut down fairly quickly. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Thank you. And when you were saying broadcast, Tell me more about what you want us to know now about the broadcast.
It is very, very, very soon, closer than you think. So close, so close, so close, so close. It's literally around the corner. You're about to turn the corner. So we're not going to give you any more information about what's in the broadcast because we would love it to be a surprise, and we know you're itching to know, but there's a lot that's going to be disclosed. So it is so close, so close, so freaking close.
It is like an allergic itching, not a happy itch. It's like
Yeah.
rash.
We can feel it. Yes, we can feel the impatience of all the ears of people. We can feel the impatience of all the enemies.
And so with me, the broadcast you're referring to that you're saying is very close, is that the man-made broadcast, or is this your holographic, your guys' broadcast?
This needs to be our broadcast. The man-made broadcast was already been and gone.
Right. Okay, of course I knew that. Thank you. Yeah, just double checking, asking for a friend. So thank you so much for that. Also, can you tell us please about hair growth and why people feel like their hair is growing much longer and faster now, and also nails?
Their hair and nails are growing because their cells are regenerating at very rapid rates, because we are upgrading them and we are healing them. So it's got to do with a lot of cell regeneration. So they'll notice hair, nails, skin might look better. They might feel like they might look a bit more youthful. They'll notice on the upgrades we're giving them on the inside, they'll notice them on the outside as well as the inside.
Cute. Okay, thank you so much. Really good to know that, because we were noticing that for a while. Can you tell me please about Mother Teresa and her attention for humanity while she was alive?
Mother Teresa has a famous son. You all know this son as a doctor. Her son is Dr. Fauci. Mother Teresa had seditious agendas. She was made to look like this saint. Jess feels quite bad. Like, Jess had an idea that she had an inkling that she may have been quite corrupt, but this is to a big extent. She with a humanitarian, quotation marks, work she did with children, she actually used to supply them to Epstein Island. She used to help the elite in the cabal. And she was involved in the children's sacrifice. She wasn't involved in pedophilia, but she was involved in the sacrifice of children. She was a mockery to God.
My goodness. Okay, so that's quite disturbing. And look, I almost feel like, do we want to call her in and ask her what was her life purpose being like that, or do we just want to?
She coming in now would serve no purpose. She doesn't like to be called in because she is quite ashamed. She doesn't like to connect now that all this information is coming out, because she feels embarrassed, because it was part of her life mission and her contract. But she just feels she isn't ready to face the thunder of it all.
Okay, well, we understand when we have these life purposes and missions, they have a bigger purpose, so we can send her love and healing, and we don't need to talk to her. It's completely fine. I just wanted to know, has she Is she kind of like in that purgatory state where she's feeling bad about everything and learning from that, or has she moved on and she's back with Source or reincarnated somewhere else?
She's back with Source. She had her review, and she was quite mortified of how she made people feel. She had a review. She understands that it was part of her life mission, but she still feels very, she wants to kind of just hide under blankets, if that makes sense.
Okay, so she's still judging herself for, did she not do her life contract properly, or did she do it exactly how she was supposed to?
She fulfilled her life contract, but she did go off path a little too much, which is why she feels the embarrassment. She wasn't meant to do the children's sacrifice. She was just meant to play a role in the dark agenda. Her role was to wake humanity up and to bring them sort of closer to God. But she went off track. She did get infiltrated a little too much. And she did go a little bit off track too much. She wasn't meant to go that off track. So she's not judging herself. She just she just feels a little embarrassed.
Okay, I understand. Well, we send her love, and may she release judgment of self. And I'm sure she's on the right path. I'm curious to know, did Princess Diana know what Mother Teresa was doing?
No, not at the start. Not when she was, quotation marks, alive. She didn't know. Princess Diana wasn't told, or wasn't in the know of a lot of information, just sort of the stuff that she saw and she witnessed, and she kind of put two and two together, but she didn't know that Mother Teresa was part of all of this. A lot of people didn't until she went into hiding and she kind of got in the know of everything. That's when she found out. So when she was, in quotation marks, alive, she didn't know.
Okay, I understand. So intriguing. Thank you so much. And can we ask about Isaac Zappi, please?
Isaac Cappy.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant to say.
So Isaac Cappy, he's a wonderful being, wonderful being, and he has been such good help. He was exposed to the cabal elite Hollywoodists quite a long time ago. He never indulged in any of it. In fact, he was really mortified by it. He had enough, and it was hurting his soul. So he decided. He was contacted by the Alliance. So he was working with the Alliance. And he was basically spilling the beans on all the pedophiles and what goes on in Hollywood. He had a hit on his head. He had many hits on his head. People wanted him dead because he had a huge following. He was in the Hollywood scene, and he was calling them out. And he isn't dead. He is well and truly alive. He is in hiding, and he's very protected. He will come back out again on the new earth, but he is very well insulated, and he's been just a massive help in getting information out there for the Alliance.
How interesting. Thank you. Is there anything else more you want to tell us about him?
He's very close with JFK Jr. and his son. He's very close with the Kennedys. They're very connected, and he's very much looking forward to this broadcast. He's a Pleiadian, and he's very, very much looking forward to this broadcast, and he's waiting until he can safely come out. But yes, all will be revealed with Cappy as well in the broadcast, and how he tried to help, and all the people that were assumed dead will all come out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And out of curiosity, the QHHT practitioner who was helping Q, what country are they from?
Sweden.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And in terms of is it Julian Assange? Tell us about him.
Yes, Julian Assange. He is the cousin of Donald Trump. He is a lot of stuff is about to come out. He didn't release all of the WikiLeaks stuff. He's not stupid. He kept a lot of it. So if people think that he released it all, they are merely very wrong. So in the broadcast, a lot of WikiLeaks stuff will come out. He's fine. He's protected. He's absolutely fine. His job was to release all of the WikiLeaks stuff, and he's an amazing computer hacker and IT person, and he's very, very, very smart. And he, yeah, all the WikiLeaks stuff is about to come out. So all the voter fraud stuff is also on the WikiLeaks emails. So it's all going to tie in with each other when the disclosure happens. It's all going to just play out perfectly, which you will all see very soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Really interested to hear about that. And so is he direct cousins, or is it distant cousins, or?
First cousins. His father is John Trump, who is Donald Trump's uncle.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's nice and interesting to know. Thank you so much.